Actor Zachary Quinto is under fire for his alleged bad brunch behavior. Shame on him. Quinto reportedly yelled at the staff at a Toronto restaurant after he failed to respond to texts informing him that his table was ready.
In a story on Instagram, the restaurant banned the actor from the bistro unless he issues an apology saying, quote, "Mr. Quinto, take your bad vibes somewhere else." And we have many lovely celebrities join us here, but you are not one of them, end quote.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that one hits hard. Joining us right now to talk restaurant etiquette is the president of SWEB Marketing. We have Sarah Weber, and the general manager of Vino Kitchen, Martina DiBattista. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for
Thanks for having us.
So
no, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, this is just one example of
Yes.
bad behavior that we've seen. And of course, social media kind of amplifies some of this. We get to see it on a broader basis. But it really does point to the fact that there are people working really hard in these restaurants, and this does not reflect very well on someone's character.
Not at all. And it's interesting because we're seeing it with celebrities and we're seeing it locally too, you know, and how people are using social media as restaurants and as guests in restaurants is like blowing my mind sometimes. Some are using it really well, they're using it to educate, and then some are just moaning, complaining, and forgetting some of the manners they learned when they were in kindergarten.
Yeah, the most basic of manners. I've always said that everyone should work in a restaurant to understand how it goes. Put a year in your life because it was the best and the most fun years of mine. But what could he have done differently in this situation? Because we all have the apps, the wait lists, I get it. And then, you know, we're in the bathroom with our kids and we're like, someone go get, you know, there's reasons that you can be late to it. But what could he have done differently?
I don't know necessarily what he could have done differently, but I do think that the restaurant could have responded a little differently, in my opinion. I think that there was an opportunity to de-escalate the situation. It sounds like the host kind of took the brunt of this whole scenario, and I think engaging a manager into that situation may have resulted in a different sort of result.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about what that's like? Because I think as a restaurant owner or a manager, even just an employee at a restaurant, there is, I think, added pressure to get it right 100% of the time, all the time, because people have such easy access to all of a sudden post a bad review or something on a social media site.
Yeah, I think just for me, the way that I respond to something like that is kind of reminding the person that I'm interacting with that I'm human as well. If that means like, hey, I understand that you want an answer right this second, but could you just give me 1 minute? I'm looking over the reservation sheet. I'm gonna do my best to accommodate your request, but just give me 1 second. I just need a second to look it over.
Yeah. And I think it's like managing their expectations, right? Of like, hey, this is what I'm doing about your problem right now. Like versus, hey, just give me a second.
Right.
And then them feeling like neglected or maybe like you're not responding to them and respecting their situation.
Right. Right.
Absolutely. And I'm seeing more so now than ever restaurants using social media to kind of amplify how the guests are feeling whenever they're dining and things like that. How have we seen that pattern locally? Because I think it's a very important, you know, asset for the restaurant to lean into.
Yes, there's a couple who have done it in a way that I think, you know, really shines a light on who they are and are going to impact patrons not coming back. And then there are people who are doing it really well, like educating. I know one that comes to mind is like Streets on Carson. They were educating people a couple years ago when costs of food was increasing and therefore they had to increase their menus.
Yeah.
And they were like, listen guys, this is what we pay for a chicken wing. This is what goes into us preparing that for you. This is why we're charging you that. We get that it seems absolutely asinine, but like this is just us educating you on what the situation is.
Right.
And that gains a lot of respect if you're handling it that way. And again, you're just like taking them along for the ride a little bit.
Yes, transparency is key. I know Bigham Tavern did the same thing with the wings.
Right.
It's like you don't have to show me all the magic behind the scene, but just I think it makes them also feel more human.
Yeah,
like we get it. This is crazy, but we do make the best, so come eat.
And I can say I don't think anyone's charging $40 for an egg roll in Pittsburgh.
No.
Insane.
Thank God.
No.
Well, if you are an unsatisfied customer, is there a best way to handle this? You know, if you have a bad experience, what should you be doing?
Yeah, I think first giving them an opportunity, it's a communication thing.
Yes.
So you want to communicate first with your server or your bartender and give them an opportunity to make it right. And if they can't, bring in, you know, ask to talk with a manager. And they'll do their best to stay in line with the business practices that they have established. And I mean, 9 times out of 10, you're going to leave happy if if you can communicate that there is a problem.
Right.
That's the
We
thing.
want people to be happy.
Yes.
We want people to be
Yeah.
happy.
Some aren't given
Yeah.
a chance.
Right.
Yeah, and that's like we manage the reviews for a lot of restaurants in the area, and some of the GMs get so frustrated when they're like, hey, I wish I knew this person felt that way. I wish they would have asked to speak to a manager. And I think a lot of people feel like they're bothering someone or they're escalating and they shouldn't be. And like, I don't want to speak for you, but what we hear from a lot of our clients is we want you to talk to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's also an opportunity to then improve for future guests.
Yep.
Which we
Everyone's
all want to
learning.
do better.
Yeah.
We all want to be as best, do the best that we can. And
Yeah.
so
Well, thank
True.
you for coming on and educating
Yeah,
us so we can
thanks.
all have a happy
This was
restaurant
awesome.
experience.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
To learn more about SWEB Marketing or Vino Kitchen in Sewickley, you can head to our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh for